Hello students, today we are going to do the revision of chapter Understanding Law. Now before we will start the chapter Understanding Law, let's talk about our constitution first. Our constitution was prepared by the Constituent Assembly. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar was the chairman of the drafting committee. Dr. B.R. Ambedkar is considered to be the father of Indian constitution and Dr. Rajendra Prasad was the president of the Constituent Assembly. Now let's read about the some of the important definition, like what is the equality before law, or what do you understand by the term equality before law? When we talk about the equality before law, it simply means everyone is equal in the eyes of law. The law cannot discriminate between persons on the basis of their religion, caste, or gender. Rule of law means law is supreme and no one is above the law. Any crime or violation of law has a specific punishment as well as a process through which the guilt of the person has to be established. अगर हम इक्वालिटी बिफोर लॉ की बात करें तो इक्वालिटी बिफोर लॉ का मतलब है कि सभी लोग कानून की नज़र में एक समान हैं, चाहे वो किसी भी जाति के हों, किसी भी धर्म के हों, महिला हो, पुरुष हो, किसी भी क्लास के हों, अमीर हो या गरीब हो, सभी के लिए कानून एक समान है। और जब हम रूल ऑफ लॉ की बात करते हैं तो इसका मतलब है कि लॉ जो है, कानून जो है, वो सर्वोपरि है, वो सुप्रीम है, कोई भी कानून के ऊपर नहीं है। इवन जो चाहे वो कोई बहुत बड़ा ब्यूरोक्रेट हो, चाहे वो बहुत बड़ा पॉलिटिशियन हो, चाहे बहुत बड़ा एक्टर हो, अगर वह गलती किया है, अगर उसने कुछ गलती की है तो उसको वही पनिशमेंट मिलेगा जो उस गलती के लिए किसी गरीब आदमी को मिलेगा। So rule of law means law is supreme and no one is above the law. Any crime or violation of law has a specific punishment as well as process through which the guilt of the person has to be established. Now, what was the Sedition Act of 1870? Now, this is very important. It may come in your exam. Now, when we talk about the Sedition Act, it was an arbitrary act passed by the Britishers. What arbitrary means something which is very partial. So these Sedition Act was considered to be very partial because it was in favor of the Britishers and totally against the rights of the Indian. Okay, the sedition means when you are doing something against the nation. This applies to anything that the government might consider as stirring up resistance or rebellion against it. अगर हम ये बात करें कि सेडिशन का मतलब क्या होता है, तो सेडिशन का मतलब होता है देशद्रोह। कुछ भी जो सरकार को ऐसा लगता है, जिसकी सरकार को ऐसा आप पे शक होता है कि इसकी वजह से शायद देश में कोई रिबेलियन होगा, शायद इसकी वजह से देश की यूनिटी और इंटीग्रिटी पे थ्रेट है, तो उसको हम सेडिशन बोलते हैं। कोई भी चीज़ जो देश के खिलाफ हो। और जो सेडिशन एक्ट था 1870, वो इंडियंस के खिलाफ लगाया था अंग्रेज़ों ने। इस एक्ट में क्या था? इस एक्ट में ये था कि जो ब्रिटिशर्स थे वो सिर्फ शक की बिना पर, बिना किसी एविडेंस के भी किसी भी इंडियन को अरेस्ट कर सकते थे और उसको जेल में डाल सकते थे और उसको ट्रायल का मौका भी नहीं मिलता था, यानी उसको अपने बचाव का मौका भी नहीं मिलता था। So the nationalists consider this law arbitrary because persons were arrested for variety of reasons that were seldom clarified beforehand, as well as because those arrested were often kept in jail without a trial. So in this way it was a very arbitrary act. Now let's read about the Rowlatt Act. Rowlatt Act came into effect on 10th March 1919. Now this is again very important, that when it came into effect, like when Sedition Act was passed, it was passed in 1870. Similarly, when the Rowlatt Act came into effect, so it came on effect on 10th March 1919. So remember the dates, it may come. Now, due to this arbitrary act, a very tragic incident occurred that we all know, Jallianwala Bagh massacre. Now, where this tragedy occurred, where is the Jallianwala Bagh? It is in Amritsar, Punjab. Okay, so remember the place also. Jallianwala Bagh incident happened at Amritsar, and Amritsar is in Punjab. When now what happened in this massacre? General Dyer entered the park with his troops. They closed the only exit, and without giving any warning, General Dyer ordered the troops to fire. which led to the killing of large number of innocent people, including women and children. जलियांवाला बाग मैसेकर, मैसेकर मतलब एक साथ बहुत सारे लोगों को मार देना। तो जलियांवाला बाग मैसेकर क्यों हुआ था? तो ये हुआ था रॉलेट एक्ट की वजह से। इस एक्ट में ये था कि अगर अंग्रेज़ी पुलिस को अगर शक होता है किसी पर, तो उसको सिर्फ अरेस्ट ही नहीं कर सकती, वो उसको शूट आउट भी कर सकती थी। जो सेडिशन एक्ट में क्या था, उसमें था कि उसको अरेस्ट कर सकती थी, मगर रॉलेट एक्ट में उसको शूट आउट भी कर सकती थी। और इसकी वजह से ही इतनी बड़ी ट्रेजिडी हुई जलियांवाला बाग। इसमें क्या हुआ, इसमें जो जनरल डायर थे, जलियांवाला बाग का एक ही एंट्री और एग्जिट पॉइंट था, उन्होंने उसको बंद कर दिया और अपने ट्रुप्स को ऑर्डर किया कि वो भीड़ जो वहाँ इकट्ठा हुई थी 13 अप्रैल 1919 को, उस पर लगातार गोली चलाएं। और इस वजह से बहुत सारे लोगों की मौत हो गई, जिसमें महिलाएं भी थी, बच्चे भी थे। इसके अलावा देर आर सम मोर इम्पॉर्टेंट एक्ट्स विच यू नीड टू रिमेंबर, like the Hindu Succession Amendment Act. Now, again the question may come, what was the Hindu Succession Amendment Act, when it was passed? So, Hindu Succession Amendment Act was passed in the year 2005, and according to this act, sons, daughters, and their mothers can get an equal share of the family property. Okay, so this law gave power to women also, the daughters and the mother, to get the share in the property. Earlier what was happening, only the sons were getting the share in the family property. Now with the implementation of this act, Hindu Succession Amendment Act 2005, the wife, the daughter and the son, everyone become equally entitled for the property. Okay, now then another important act which was passed, and it is also related to women, that was the Protection of Women from Domestic Violence Act 2005. So these two acts were related to women, and both these acts empowered the women, and they both are passed in the year 2005. So you must remember, I hope that all of you know what is the meaning of domestic violence. When we talk about the domestic violence refers to the injury or harm or threat of injury or harm caused by an adult male, usually the husband, against his wife. Okay, so when we are talking about the domestic violence act, actually this act is against protecting the rights of the women, and to safeguard them from physical and mental torture, to safeguard them from physical abuse as well as the emotional abuse, both the things. Now let's read about one more movement which started in United States of America, and it is called Civil Rights Movement. अगर हम बात करें अपने कंट्री से बाहर की, ऐसा नहीं है कि जो डिस्क्रिमिनेशन है वो सिर्फ हमारे देश में है, दुनिया के हर देश में आपको अलग अलग कारण से डिस्क्रिमिनेशन होते हुए आप देख सकते हैं। जैसे हमारे कंट्री में कास्ट को लेके बहुत ज़्यादा डिस्क्रिमिनेशन था पहले से, उसी तरह अगर हम अमेरिका में देखें, यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स ऑफ अमेरिका में देखें, आप साउथ अफ्रीका के बारे में आपने पढ़ा है, तो इन कंट्रीज़ में जो है वो कलर को लेके, रेस को लेके जो है बहुत ज़्यादा डिस्क्रिमिनेशन है। तो सिविल राइट मूवमेंट वाज एक्चुअली स्टार्टेड बाय अ अफ्रीकन अमेरिकन वुमन, her name was Rosa Parks. So civil rights movement was started by a lady called Rosa Parks. She was protesting the law on segregation between white and African American. अमेरिका में क्या था, सेग्रीगेट किया जाता था। सेग्रीगेट मतलब कि जो ब्लैक हैं उनके लिए कुछ और होता था और वाइट के लिए कुछ और। इवन अगर स्कूल में बच्चे पढ़ने जाते थे ना, तो ब्लैक्स के लिए अलग स्कूल होता था और वाइट्स के लिए अलग होता था। रहने की जगह में भी बहुत फ़र्क होता था, ब्लैक एरिया अलग होता था और वाइट एरिया अलग होता था। तो बहुत ज़्यादा डिस्क्रिमिनेशन था, और एकदम अलग अलग, हर दोनों ब्लैक पीपल एंड द वाइट पीपल, दोनों के लिए हर चीज़ में बहुत ज़्यादा डिस्क्रिमिनेशन आप देख सकते थे। रोजा पार्क, she also started this movement because she has faced lot of humiliation just because she was a black. Okay, and because of this civil rights movement, what happened, an act was passed which is known as Civil Rights Act. Now, where Civil Rights Act was passed, it is an important question. It was passed in the year 1964. Who started Civil Rights Movement? This is again very important question. It was started by a lady called Rosa Parks. Now, what happened after the passing of Civil Rights Act in 1964? This act prohibited discrimination on the basis of race, religion, or national origin in the United States of America. So, I hope that all of you have understood what kind of questions can come in your exam and prepared accordingly. Okay, thank you.